What's a perception? Well, the dictionary defines a perception as awareness of the elements of environment through physical sensation. I don't speak dictionary though. I speak philosopher. So let's instead see what Aristotle has to say, and then talk about Aristotle's definition, because the dictionary is just boring. Okay, this is what Aristotle said about perception. He said, to perceive is to suffer. It's good. Let's talk about that. So, to perceive is to suffer. That's a pretty strong declaration, I'd say. I'm not saying if it's true or not, I'm just saying that that's strong. Now, let's think about this. To perceive. Let's use the dictionary definition a little bit. So, he's saying to sense something is to suffer. To touch something is to suffer. Maybe he's not talking about the same definition, because, to touch something isn't to suffer unless, it's like a burning stove or something. That's to suffer. But maybe he's talking about perception as in only... How to state this? What's the right word I'm looking for? To perceive is to suffer. Okay. I cannot think of this word. I'm just gonna come back to that. Okay, so. What was that? Got my brain on one track now. Okay, I'm just gonna explain what I mean instead of just stating it simply. Okay, so to not know is to suffer, is what I think he's trying to say there. To perceive is to not know. It's to have an opinion. To have an opinion is to suffer. I don't know. Is it? So, this is just my random ramblings of what I think he's saying. But I think what he's saying is that to have an opinion and not know for certain is to suffer. Because absolute knowledge is good. It's good stuff. What is absolute knowledge, though? Well, absolute knowledge is absolute truth. What's truth? Well, this is where things get interesting. Have I already talked about truth? I don't know. I really don't know. If so, bear with me. If not, I have a good time with this stuff. Anyway, so, truth. There are three kinds of truth, okay? Number one is perceptual truth, which we're going by a different definition of perception. There are so many different definitions of perception. One's to feel through physical sensation. This perception's more like opinion, like Aristotle's maybe talking about, like I think Aristotle's talking about. But perceptual truth, multiceptional truth, is that even a word? I don't know. I just say it. And absolute truth. So, perceptual truth is opinionated truth, like colorblindness. That's a good example. Some colorblind guy might say that my shirt is purple or, I don't know, puke green or something like that. I don't even know. But that's just his perception. That's his truth. Because when you're colorblind, obviously you see things as other colors than what they actually are. But that's an example of perceptual truth, because to him it might be puke green and to me it's blue. That's perceptual truth. Multiceptional truth is when two people's truths line up. Like, my friend says this shirt's blue and I say this shirt's blue. That's multiceptional truth. Now, absolute truth is when what you think and what's really there line up. So, I say this shirt's blue, we can scientifically match the wavelengths to the wavelengths of the color that other people see as blue. Maybe that's not even absolute truth, but that's going into deep reality philosophy, which I might do later, because that's good stuff. But anyway, so we prove by the wavelengths of this color that this shirt's blue. So I probably just, I don't know, okay, I'm just kind of out of it right now. But anyway, perceptional, multiceptional, absolute truth. Okay, that's truth. And truth is interesting. So, what was I even talking about? Aristotle, to perceive is to suffer, perceptions, opinions. Oh yes, to know absolute truth is to, what's the opposite of suffer? How do you state the opposite of suffer? To rejoice, to prosper? I don't know, but to have absolute truth is to know good stuff. Yeah. If you know opinionated truth, then according to Aristotle, you suffer. Why is that, though? Well, you know, I think it's because you can't know for sure, and so that constantly racks your mind with eternal torment, and you don't have a second of peace. I don't know, maybe that's it, or maybe it's just that to him, not knowing truth was just so, how to say this, he was so devoted to finding truth that he was appalled by people not knowing truth, where truth existed. How about that? So that's what I think Aristotle's saying with the whole to perceive is to suffer. And also, you know, if it's perceptional truth and other people have multiceptional truth about it and your opinion doesn't line up with theirs, then bad stuff might happen. You might get in a fight over if the shirt's blue or puke green. I don't know. And then you would be suffering because you'd get punched in the face and your nose would be broken, and then all this bad stuff would happen because with your nose broken, you're ugly. I'm not saying you are personally, but you never know. You never know. But I don't even know what I just said there. Okay, I'm gonna stop before I don't even know. Okay, so perceive is to suffer. Seek absolute truth. Yep. Be a gentleman. Have a good day. Goodbye.